All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. Brother Schwab, I'm going back at you with another lesson. And it's Punch Out Spirit, right? The title of the lesson is The Beast Will Hate the Horde Soon. All right, and inspiration comes from article, all right, because they've been talking about this Nord Stream 2 pipeline, all right, which has been, according to their words, it's been sabotage. All right. Matter of fact, one second. Sabotage is the word they use. So it says the word for sabotage is, definition is deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct military or all right, there you go. Salakia. I can see Germany to Russia. All right. I don't know if you can actually see it. Pretty sure you can see a little bit of it, but that's where it runs to. Okay. From Germany to Russia across seas, across the Baltic Ocean. All right. So, lucky if you can't see it, you can look it up. And like I said, basically what they're saying is all of a sudden it was destroyed, and they're putting the blame between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States. All right. And I believe there was something said about, Biden having some type of, being involved with it somehow. All right. And I was just watching a video where they were saying that they were actually thanking the United States on a Twitter message, going back and forth, just basically some drama, But the whole point of the thing, of the lesson, is that you have to understand, with all this that's going on, we know that something big is going to happen at one point, all right, where the beast, all right, going into NATO and the EU, okay, they are going to end up turning against America. The beast is going to hate the whore. So there's going to be a major event that's going to happen, all right, where America is going to be put in a predicament of all these other nations hating America, okay, and it's Bible prophecy. So the Lord is going to stir things up, all right. It's going to put an evil thought, and you know, we know it's definitely going to get an evil thought from Russia, all right. That's biblical prophecy. But you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to stir up the pot, all right, with these other nations and stir up the United States to do something where they're going to be hated for it. It's all a matter of time. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. 2nd Ezra 4. Second Ezra 4. And it was like 27 around there. Slovakia, 1 second. No, it's 4 soon. Hold on, let me just grab it like this. Measure, he has measured the times, KJV. 2nd Ezra 4 and 37. I didn't want to look for it. Keep driving. This is 2nd Ezra 4 and 37, and it says, on, it's all over the place today. It says, by measure has he measured the times, and by number has he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Right? And the Lord is all about, you know, timing with everything, man. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Everything that happens is on a set time frame that the Lord is going to make these things happen. And he's telling you by measure, he has measured the times, and by number has he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. All right. So at one point, we know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to put the spirit on U.S. to do something that's going to piss everybody off. All right. His allies. Here we go again. And the beast is going to hate the whore. All right, let's grab that. And Obadiah 1. So 6. How even to the border, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay? And this is what's going to end up happening, man. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Salaka, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Okay? So the ones that were once in confederacy, right? Says that have all men of confederacy have been brought even to the border. The men that were at peace with them, all right, all these other countries that were once at peace with America, they're gonna end up finally turning against her. Okay, and I'm not saying that this is exactly the scenario that's gonna have everybody turn against America, but it might just be. You know, this is why we're being watchmen and just watching these things carefully. You know, we're seeing how it's playing out. But it can be something like this that can be turned into all these other, you know, the beast hating America. All right, because they're putting the blame supposedly on America, Russia, and Ukraine. But it wouldn't make sense with Russia because Russia is connected to that whole pipeline where they were cutting off pipelines and, you know, gas and all that. Okay. But supposedly the video I was watching, it was saying that there was explosions before the actual leakage. They were actually putting, you know what, let me see if I can bring it up real quick. I won't play the video as I'm holding it, but it was basically giving, it was having words at the bottom so I could read what they were saying. You see. Yeah, it says accident or sabotage. It says why the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine are possible suspects in Nord Stream 2. All right, so it says 2 explosions detected. It says 3 leaks in the Nord Stream gas pipeline stir row. All right, then it says discovery of leaks. Leaders blame game over pipeline leaks. Who could benefit from Nord Stream sabotage? And that's what we just went into this word sabotage, man. It goes into, you know, somebody trying to make a powerhouse move basically to gain some type of military control. On the Russia to the Baltic Sea to Germany have triggered concerns about sabotage. Okay. It says 3 leaks were recently discovered at the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines within the span of a few hours. What pipelines? And this is literally underwater, and this is why there's going to be a whole leakage of bad water, man. It says a decrease in pressure in one of the Nord Stream 2's lines were registered overnight on September 26. Normally, pressure inside the pipe equals 104.5 bar, whereas it is now only 7 bar at that German action. It says at the same time, the shore authorities of Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Russia were notified about the incident. 2 underwater blasts were recorded prior to the discovery of the 3 leaks on the pipelines linking Russia and Europe. It says the incident occurred in the Danish exclusive economic zone southeast of the island of Bornholm. Pressure dropped in 3 lines of Nord Stream 1 and 2 gas pipelines simultaneously in one day, in a single day. Though the pipelines are not operational, they are kept filled with natural gas under pressure. Experts say 3 separate pipelines breaches are apparent and most likely not caused by technical fault. See, so somebody has something to do with this. Political leaders cried sabotage. It says U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said initial reports indicate Nord Stream leaks were caused by attack or sabotage. Then it says the EU Commission, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and even Russia suspect the leaks to be an act of sabotage. Now they're talking. It says pretty much saying what we was just reading. All right, how it was in the whole economic zone. They said this is probably a deliberate act. It's probably a question of sabotage. It says, can the leaks be a result? They keep using that word sabotage over and over and over again. See, so they're putting it out there that someone is trying to make a powerhouse move, all right, for a certain reason, to gain some type of power. All right, it says the Nord Stream pipelines are at sea depths ranging from 80 to 110 meters, while frogmen typically operate at 6 meters. Then it says, hence, it is likely that the submersible vehicle would have been needed to place explosives on the pipeline and damage it. The underwater pipes from Nord Stream are made of thick steel walls and are encased in concrete covering. Hence, experts say a deliberate damage could not have been easy. Blame game over. Nord Stream pipeline damage. It says Ukraine has called the pipeline leaks a terrorist attack planned by Russia and an act of aggression toward the EU. The Polish PM blamed Russia for the sabotage, saying this signals a new phase in the escalation of the situation in Ukraine. The Baltic pipeline is opposite of what Vladimir Putin has used as an instrument of war, namely the opposite of Nord Stream 1 and 2. Today we have to deal with an act of sabotage. This word over and over again. It's annoying. We do not know yet the details of what happened, but we clearly see that this is an act of sabotage. This is an act probably signals a new phase in the escalation of the situation in Ukraine, basically what we was reading, because they're speaking right now in their language. Meanwhile, former Polish defense minister, Radek, whatever his name is, Zaworski, even said thank you to America. See, this is what I mean. Said thank you to the U.S. on Twitter with a picture of the gas leak. Poland has denounced Zaworski's claim as Russia's propaganda and a smear campaign against Poland in the U.S. and Ukraine. And it says Russia's foreign ministry also cited Zaworski's statement. Come on, that would be Satan. Throw me in the middle of a damn commercial. Salaki, man, they keep throwing me off, man. You know, you guys know how Satan works already, especially when you're bringing out some truth. Okay? But they pretty much got, if Russia invades, that means tanks and troops crossing. And this is Biden speaking. The border of Ukraine again, then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring it an end to it, you see? And this is the words of creepy Joe Biden. All right, because we know that at one point, man, this war has to escalate from where it is. Right now, what you're getting is just what? Rumors of war, all right? war being stirred up. We understand that in order for World War III to completely come, okay, we understand that the MOTB, the Rice Krispie Tree, has to be implemented first, right, on a worldwide scale. Jacob's Trouble has to come. Those things have to take place first in order for World War III to completely come to pass, where Russia and the rest of these other countries literally turn against America and are trying to destroy America. Okay? And we know that's going to happen. And there's other ways that, you know, the beast can end up hating the war, right? Because America's always sticking their noses somewhere where they ain't got to be. You got America that's always trying to take total control of everything around them, all right? So with their greediness, at one point, there might be, you know, them just trying to implement this Rice Krispie treat worldwide, you know? They're going to try to overpower everybody, like America has always done, trying to overpower everything, and these other countries are not going to like it. But this is basically something that we have to keep our eye on, because something like this can be used, all right, to stir up the pot in all these other countries coming up against America. All right, let's grab, there was a little bit left on that video, but y'all pretty much got the point. Trying to be quick with it because this damn devil keeps messing with my live. A couple of little different articles that are saying this was an hour ago. Nord Stream attacks highlight vulnerability of undersea pipelines in the West. Okay. You got NATO formally blamed sabotage of Nord Stream pipeline damage 2 hours ago. Spain says Nord Stream gas leaks likely a deliberate act and points the finger at Russia. 8 hours ago, they're trying to blame Russia for it. There was one where I seen where Russia's trying to blame the United States for it. And those all to keep you on that loophole, because we're about to be tried, man. This whole world is about to be tried in that hour of temptation. All right, so big moves are happening while these things are actually going on. You know, a lot of this could be things to be used to sidetrack you from what's really going on in society. Just like how they do with sports and music and movies. All these different things are made to sidetrack you of what's really going on. See, the elect men, all right, the men that are out there bringing out this word, teaching this word, they're constantly going to have their eyes open to everything. They're not worried about all the extra bullshit that's going on. They got their eyes focused on prophecy, all right, prophecies to warn the people and give them that, to ring that alarm on a daily basis. All right. Salaki. You have, it says Nord Stream spill could be biggest methane leak ever, but not catastrophic. All right, so we know these waters are polluted. Okay. It says Russia's purported sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline marks a point of no return. I'm trying to find the one where it said that Russia was blaming America. It's all good though. See what else I could grab up on it. Yeah, let me grab this. This is crazy because this was actually added 2 hours ago in Wikipedia, Nord Stream. All right, which I'm gonna read that in a second. Let me read this though. This is Nord Stream 2. It says this is a different type of Wikipedia. It says it's a 1,234 kilometer long natural gas pipeline from Russia to Germany running through the Baltic Sea. All right, financed by Gazprom, and several European energy companies. Construction its construction started in 2011 to expand Nord Stream line and double annual capacity to 110 billion cubic meters. All right. It says environmental impact. It says Nord Stream 2 is threatening climate targets. And remember, they keep talking about a lot of what? Climate change having a big effect on things right now. They even want to bring a certain type of, lockdown due to climate changes. All right. Which, the way they've been bringing it, I did a lesson maybe about 3 months ago based on that, going into, the word, DEPOPULATION. All right. That's another way of them knocking people out. With this word of climate change and is having an effect on people, we're taking too much I forgot the word that we're using. It was oxygen. They was trying to say we're using up too much oxygen because too many people. All these crazy ass fucking ways of trying to get people to believe that these things are happening, man. And it's all a lie. Remember, these people have an agenda of destroying our people. All right. And those that are not in the know and are not, stable and with wisdom and knowledge, you're going to fall for this stupidity. You're going to fall for the madness. All right. So it says Nord Stream 2 is threatening climate targets because of the release of methane in the extraction and transportation of natural gas. It is no better than coal or oil in terms of its effects on the climate. Methane is up to 87 times more harmful to climate than carbon dioxide. You see? So here it is. They could throw a whole false flag, all right, and tell you, look, this climate change, it's gonna have to. It's putting us in emergency. You see, we need to lock down all these things because of this climate change. Things are not working the way they're supposed to be. And these people gonna fall for that, man. And we know that shit is bullshit because all they're doing is trying to make their agenda push forward. All right. And they already know that they got you in the bag. That's why they did that whole pandemic in 2020, because that whole 2020 pandemic was a test, was an ultimate test to see how people were going to react and see how many people were brainwashed to follow the ways of their society, man, the ways of how they want you to move. And they already know that they got most of the people. You kept hearing that number in that time frame. It was you had Biden that kept saying we need 70%, at least 70% of our people to follow the rules. And it was funny because if you really do the math, 2/3 is going to follow the rules. 2/3 is going to fall into this devil's, bullshit. And 2/3 is what? 66.6% of our people. That's right. If you round that off, that's rounded off to 70% of how many people are going to comply with the things of this society. So they already know that they got you in the bag, and all they got to do is tell you another whole false flag, all right? And you're going to believe it, which ultimately all roads are going to lead to what? We already know, the MOTB, the Rice Krispie treat. That's what the ultimate thing is. That's what every single road leads to. Okay? You hear Biden saying some dumb shit. Oh, we need people to be, we need people to be jabbed up if you want to be able to be safe in the hurricanes of Florida and this and that. Like, what? What the fuck does that got to do with anything? And people believe the shit, man. People fall for it every damn day. The stupidity and the folly. That's why it tells you that in the scriptures, man. Folly is set in great dignity. All right? You literally, as a matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 10:6. And it says, start from 5. It says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and as an error which proceeded from the ruler, Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. You see? So folly, stupidity, okay, is literally ruling over others right now, man. Salakia. Let me go back to that real quick. Which I pretty much hit the points on that pipeline. It wasn't supposed to be a long video. It's just a little update on it, basically, on how they can use something like this to try to stir up, all right, what's going to happen when the beast shall hate the whore. All right, this is Revelations 17 and 16, which I'll go a little up. Revelation 17 and, come on. Salak is loading. Satan is not playing today, boy. Go from the app. Revelation 17 and this is 14, and it says, matter of fact, 16, Salakia. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, okay, these shall hate the whore. Going into that EU, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For Yahweh has put in their hearts to fulfill his will. You see, going back to the Lord doesn't stir nothing up until the said measure is fulfilled. So we know that the Lord at one point is going to put the spirit on these damn devils, all right, to make a certain move, just so these other heathen countries, all right, will hate the whore, which the whore is America. All right. It says, where was that? Slakia. Okay. And it says, for Yahweh has put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that's talking about America. All right. Going into that from all the way in the beginning. You know, let's bring it out real quick. It says 17 and 1, it says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto you the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And that's going into what? All right, that's going into the America, all right? Basically that 8th head, all right, that's sitting on top of the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which the 7 heads is NATO, okay, and the EU is the 10 horns. And she's the one that rules over all these other countries out here, man. Which she came from what? She came from the extension of Britain. Okay, that's the mother of America, basically. All right, so it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, colored and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. You see? And this is why everything is happening internationally first, because eventually it's going to happen to America. The Lord is saving the best for last. All right? America's going to be, it's going to be destroyed so bad that it's never going to be inhabited ever again. That's that great city. That's why it tells you in Revelations 11 and 8, all right, and their dead body shall lie in the great city, okay, which spiritually is called what? Sodom and Egypt. In America, everything that they do, it goes back to the times of Egypt. We're still in captivity like in the times of Egypt. This whole, I can be a Mo all day long, all right, Skittles community fagonometry bullshit, all right, it comes from America. And all these other countries are eating off of her philosophies, off her wine, drinking off of her wine, following after the ways of America. All these other countries want to be just like America. And America is the only place that every other country comes to and wants to, they allow anybody, any religion, any type of wickedness allowed in America. You can't do half of the shit that's done here. You can't do that in these other countries. There's penalties for that. Your people will kill you for that out there, man. But in America, you could do whatever. That's why it's Babylon the Great. All right. So the point is that the whore is going, the beast is going to hate the whore. And this might just be something that is used, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to stir up these other nations to come against America. All right. Because why? America is set to be destroyed. America has been that golden cup in the Lord's hand. All right. You're pretty much done. You're used already. You were used for a certain reason. All right. To deceive those that were 2/3, to deceive all these other nations. Okay. But now your time is up. So now you have to be taken out of the way. Okay. But like I said, it's not to say that this is what it is. This is that's that prophecy passing by right now, coming to pass. But no, it might be you. It might well be some type of interaction with it, because now we just have to watch this prophecy close. We have to watch what's happening with this whole Nord Stream pipeline, and let's see how these other nations react to the blame being put on America, having something to do with it. And if it is, call Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, we waiting for something like that. But before anything happens of America being destroyed and wiped out the face of the earth, it has to be the MOTB in Jacob's Trouble has to come to play first, man. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Just something like a little update, like I said. So with that being said, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And Aqua that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom.